Hey, how's it going, everybody? I do hope you guys are doing fine. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, welcome. And by the way, my name is Vanz, and my passion is to spark interest in toy collecting by giving tips and smarter ways to collect through online video. And on this channel, I usually talk about toys and action figures, Star Wars, Marvel. I do toy hunting, toy vlogging, unboxing, and toy reviews. And if this is something that you enjoy, consider subscribing and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated with future videos. And for today's episode of Who's That Fig, we're gonna have a look at Kestis from Jedi The Fallen Order. Make sure to stick till the end of the video because I'll be discussing about accessories, aesthetics, and articulation coming up. Big Bad Toy Store has a massive selection of toys like action figures, statues, and a lot of geek stuff. So make sure to buy your toys at Big Bad Toy Store. I put a link in the description down below, so go check them out. Alright, so this figure was part of Wave 33 released on 444's Friday last year. I think that was in the month of October. And this was the standard packaging. There was a white packaging as well, a white variant of this figure, which is a limited edition, but I'm just not interested with it, so I'm okay with this. So they basically based the appearance of this character into the video game Jedi The Fallen Order, and Kestis was actually one of the Padawans that survived Order 66. So let's have a quick look of the box. Starting from the bottom, you'll see Hasbro's logo, the Jedi The Fallen Order logo, warning sign, an image of Kestis, and the Star Wars The Black Series logo. On the right side of the box, you'll see Kestis in red and in watermark background. And on the left side of the box, you'll see a number 93, Kestis, a barcode, and an item code. And at the back of the box, you'll see Hasbro and Disney's logo, an attention, Jedi The Fallen Order logo, Kestis image, an introduction, and the Star Wars The Black Series logo. Alright, so out of the box, here's how the figure looks. And it came with two accessories, which is a lightsaber. Let's look into the lightsaber real quick. It does have a transparent blue blade, and the hilt is painted in like a dark finish. That's just it. There's no wash, there's no paint details, but you can definitely see those sculpted details onto the hilt. But they could have done a wash in this, and some paint details would have made it look better. Alright, but it looks nice. And also we do have PD1, which is a droid, and as you can see, wow, it looks real cute, like a chicken. It does look like a chicken, like a bird or something. But this is a droid that helps Kestis with his journey, and you can definitely, it's colored in white, right? But there's a lot of sculpted details on this figure, and a lot of paint details as well. You can see that they painted those details really nicely. You can see some silver and a red and a silver, nicely done. There's some minor paint lapses, but it's alright. You can barely notice it. You have to like literally look at it so you can see it. So but awesome paintwork. Alright, so let's look into the figure itself. And again, Hasbro did a great job with this figure when it comes to the sculpt, details, the paint. It's just really awesome. If you're gonna, let's look into the head. The hair does have a wash, so you can see some, I don't know if you can see that on the video, but I do see some light colored brown wash in here, and there's also some dark brown. It's basically a combination of a light and a brown finish, and that gives the hair strands a more detailed look. See, nicely painted and sculpted. Not really sure why it doesn't show in the camera, but if you're gonna look at it, it does show. Anyways, the paint, I mean the face is painted nicely as well. You can see some nicely painted face. The eyes are okay. You do have light painted lips as well. Nicely done. And the outfit is just painted very nicely. The reason why you can see all those details is because of how they combine the wash and the paint details, right? And like I've said, you can sculpt the figure, but if you won't paint it nicely, those details are not gonna show up. And look at the this I would say armor or something. You can see some dark brown in there. You can see it kind of looks like leather finish because of the way it's painted. All right, I love how they did the wash in here. So there's a combination of light and brown, nicely painted. You can see some silver as well, and the outfit itself has a blue, light blue, and a dark blue finish. The gloves, wow, look at the gloves. It looks real. See, if you're gonna paint it nicely, it's gonna look real. Kind of looks like a real leather. So those details, those sculpted details are painted nicely as well. And that is the reason why it looks real good. You can see right there. And again, you can see the wash onto the pants. So it's a mixture of like dark and, let me just look at closely. Kind of looks like a weathered look. The sculpt is amazing. Lots of sculpt in this figure. You can see some fabric folds as well. Just look at that. The pouches are there. Sculpted nicely, painted nicely. I mean, again, this is something that Hasbro is really good at. When it comes to sculpt details, they're really good at that. Okay, and again, they did an awesome job with this figure. Right, so let's check on the articulation, and I did check the head, and just like Ezra's and Mace Windu's, it does have a double jointed ball peg in here, but there's a difference when it comes to the neck. I was actually able to pop this out, and compared to Ezra's build was onto the neck, you can see a ball peg in here. But on Kestis, it's a ball socket instead, and the ball peg is onto the body. So it's made differently, but it works fine. I think the only difference that I noticed is that this build is hard. The neck is hard to remove compared to Ezra's, that I was able to remove the head easily. This is a little bit hard. But when it comes to the articulation, it's both of them are okay. This does have a good motion into the head, because again they did use a barbell joint. I was unable to remove it but I can see with the motion that it is a barbell joint. Alright, this I don't know if it doesn't show it here, but it does have a diaphragm cut onto the body, and this vest or outfit, whatever you call it, did a great job on hiding those cuts, right? Diaphragm cut, which is really good. That's how it should be. The neck also, they were able to hide it with this outfit, because there's a neck cut as well, so they were able to hide those also. Alright, so the shoulders, okay, it does have a good range. Oh, maybe mine is just stiff, but that's as far as it can get. It is connected by a hinge and a swivel, and this is the first time that I saw a butterfly joint in a Black Series figure. You see that? That is a butterfly joint, and this is the first. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, alright, but for me this is the first Black Series figure where I saw a butterfly joint. See? And what I like about this is that they did not make this outfit a sculpt. You know what I mean? They did not sculpt this outfit into the figure itself, because if they did, those cuts are gonna show up. I like that they did this. You can actually remove this. This is actually removable, but you have to remove the head and one of the arms for you to be able to remove this. But as you can see, this can be separated. Alright. This can be an accessory actually, because it's something that can be removed from the figure. But then you have to remove the head and the arms for you to be able to completely remove this. But what this did was it was able to hide those butterfly joints, those ugly looking butterfly joints, those neck cuts and the diaphragm cuts. And just look into the figure, it looks really good. Alright, so you don't have a bicep cut because you have a single hinge here with a swivel, so the swivel is already in the elbows. Alright, so no bicep cut for both. You have a swivel and a single hinge, and the range is good, is okay. Alright, and the normal Hasbro design, when it comes to the wrist, you have a vertical hinge and a swivel onto the right, Alright, it's a vertical hinge, a swivel, and onto the left you have a horizontal hinge and a swivel. Okay, again, these should be both vertical since you do have a lightsaber as an accessory. Alright, and you have, as I've said, you have a diaphragm cut, and this has a very good range. You can see the motion. Alright, so that's as far as it can get, and leaning back, that's as far as it can get as well. Not that much, but like I've said, if they put another ball peg onto the waist, it will give you a better range on that, right? That would be much better with the diaphragm joint, especially you're able to hide the diaphragm cut. Then you have a cut in here where you can hide it using the belt. This one, no, you cannot move this. You cannot move this. All right, so there's also an option for you to hide, just in case that they'll be putting a waist cut, because a cut on the waist, you can hide that using the belt, so it won't affect the aesthetics of the figure. 360, of course. All right, so the articulation is really good. And wrist, you have a ball socket. So on this figure they did not use, oh did they? I didn't get a chance to remove it. I was trying to, but it's just too hard. I was looking, it doesn't look like a studded ball peg. Alright, so you do have a tie cut in here, and the range, it's okay, but I do really think that this has a capability of doing a T-split, but because of this, like the outfit, extended outfit, it cannot. Alright, it's limiting you to do that. Alright, so the legs is hitting it, and that is the reason why it can't do a T-split, but I'm pretty sure that it can. Alright, you do have a double hinge knees, and I like that they did this to cover up those weird looking gaps onto the knees. You see, they did a good job on this. Putting like a knee pad will definitely cover those ugly looking gaps caused by the double hinge knees. Alright, and you have a very good ankle rocker as well, and a hinge. Alright, so that's a pretty good range. That's a pretty good range as well for both ankles. Alright, and I didn't experience any balancing issues in this figure. It does stand really well, as you can see. I was able to make him stand on this rotating thing. The figure is overall, this is a good figure. Aesthetically, especially when it comes to aesthetics and the articulation. I mean, if Hasbro can do this to all of their figures, all of the new upcoming figures, man, that is, I mean, there's no point of buying other brands, to be honest. How much is this? I got this for 20 bucks. Let's just say 21, including taxes and free shipping, because I got this from Hasbro Pulse. But man, you're getting good quality on these figures for a very good price. You got the details, you got the sculpt, you got the wash. I mean, why would you spend $100 for a figure if you can buy a $20 worth of figure? Right? Especially if you're in a budget, especially in times like this where, I mean, a lot of people don't have jobs. You can't spend $100 for just a single figure, or at $80 worth of figure. I mean, $80 can give you like a case of Black Series figures, right? And I do really think that Hasbro is doing a really good job improving the Black Series line. All of their figures, actually. I've seen G.I. Joes. They got good articulation as well. And I'm very excited with the upcoming figures, to be honest. Because I'm thinking, what could have they done to improve the articulation? Because every time it's changing, all right? The Ezra figure that I reviewed, it was released on June. This figure was released Force Friday, October. And you can definitely see the changes with the articulation. They've added a butterfly joint. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the butterfly joint. I mean, it works okay. Not the best movement, but it's there. And you won't notice that because they were able to hide it very nicely. The cuts, you can't see any cuts at all. You won't see any neck cuts. You won't see the butterfly joint. You won't see the diaphragm joint. They're designing the figures really well. I wish they could have like added. I mean, this BD1 droid, you know, he always comes up onto Kyle's body. I wish there's like an attachment where you can put it, because mine, what I did was, you can actually do that, but it's, you gotta improvise. You're gonna have to put the feet in here. I mean, I'm not really sure if that's how it's supposed to be. I don't think so, but you do have an option to do that, and it will make it look that he's standing just like, there you go. See, you can make it look that he's connected into it, but that's not how it's supposed to be, you know. You shouldn't be putting his feet on there. But you can do it though, just for it to look like he's at the back. I wish there's like an attachment, like something that they could have molded onto this clothing where you can attach BD1. That'll be cool, but it's okay. I mean, we're asking for too much. I mean, this is definitely okay. Whatever works. Good. You can put the feet on here. There's this hole. There you go. Really nice. For $21, $22, you got yourself a quality looking action figure. All right. So again, if you guys are collectors, you know, if SH Figure Arts, Mayfex, what else? Revoltech released a Kestis. Worth $80, $80, $100, you know, I'd go for this one. This is a good looking figure, and I do really think that you should add this into your collection. One of the best articulated. I mean, between Ezra and this, it's very hard to choose between Ezra, because for me, as of May 5th, when I reviewed Ezra, he is the best articulated looking figure as well. And now it's just hard to choose between Ezra and Cal. Both of them are articulated nicely and sculpted, detailed, aesthetically nice as well, so you should get those figures. So I do think that's it, and I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. And if you already did, make sure to hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated with future videos. And again, I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.